morning on this chilly, lovely morning. I went to this conference just recently, a month or two ago, and I used a shirt I had used the day before, and I got to the conference and I realized I was stinky, like BO. I'm like, what the heck? I'm real sensitive to smells, and smells from myself is even worse. So I'm like, well, not that big a deal. I'll just keep to myself. Anyway, so this conference had over 2,000 people. It's a Brendan Burchard conference, and it's like marketing and how to package like your message and that kind of thing. And my sister was on the front row because she was in the special thing and got me in, and so I'm like, well, I'll just keep to myself and learn and get out of here, and it's not going to be that big of a deal. So one of the things he started doing right away is, from the very beginning, he's like, all right, get up and I want you to hug 5 people. Go out and hug 5 people. And I'm trying to keep my arms down, right, because I stink. And I went around hugging 5 people, and it occurred to me how much I think of myself and how important my image is as I'm out there. And I got the opportunity to let my image go, or at least try to. And how much of our energy goes to thinking about ourselves? It's a ton. It's a ton of energy that could be into creation of all sorts of things. It could be to loving people and creating a beautiful world. And instead, we often, as I experienced, put all my energy into just thinking about myself. So I thought, well, I'm just going to let it be however it is. And I need to ask the people that I still know that day if they even noticed, because maybe they did it or not. But I hugged people and I started to get real stinky. So I actually, I'm like, I'm uncomfortable myself. And I went into the bathroom and I actually freshened up. Like I took a little bath, just a little freshen up. But I took off my shirt and I'm in the bathroom. And I'm thinking, people are streaming through the bathroom like crazy, because it's a 2,000 plus person conference. And there I am without my shirt on, cleaning up. And I'm thinking, they're gonna kick me out like I'm this homeless guy, trying to have their bath. And I just didn't say anything, just smiled, and I just noticed my raging thoughts as they went. And the thoughts were like, man, I gotta tell them, I just gotta leave, I gotta plead my case, I gotta let people know that this, or I gotta make sure that they don't think I'm weird, or all these thoughts came through my mind. And instead I just said nothing and smiled. And I don't think anybody cared, to be honest. And I don't think anybody noticed how much of our thoughts about how we look and appear distract us from the thing that we're doing, distract us from engaging at our companies, distract us from engaging with the people that we love. We don't feel like we're treated, we don't feel like we're seen in a good way, so we don't love again. We don't feel, we put ourselves out there and do our best to love, and then we get judged by how we appear to others. And somebody judges and says that what you did was bad, and you really were attempting to be loving, and then you think, well, I'm never going to do that again if they're going to treat me this way. And what happens is, in that focus on ourselves, we end up missing the intrinsic value of loving and engaging and offering yourself to others. So me, physically, I was closed off that day. My arms were tight. I was trying to shield other people from my horrible body odor. But it was a physical representation of what has happened to me and what we often do. We close ourselves off to shield ourselves, or for me, shielding myself from the judgment of others is the physical thing I was doing. I didn't want to look bad. I didn't want other people to experience me as a stinky person. And so I shielded myself off. And what happened was, I ended up, my conversations were shorter, there was a distance in between me and the people around me, and the connection was not as good as it could have been. With all those people there, all those people, thousands of people, and I was trying to be alone because I didn't want to appear as what I thought was bad, as what I thought was unlovable. And we do that. And it's us that separates ourselves. So what would happen if we opened up and just gave our stinky self to the world? Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. Some people are going to say you stink. It's just going to happen. But other people are going to say, wow, thanks for being your unique. Thanks for being your unique flavor. maybe distinctly and very forward flavor, right? I ended up having some wonderful conversations with some people I just decided to get over myself and have them. And no one said anything. I should talk to my sister and see if she noticed that I was stinky that day. But here's the challenge for us, for me, is to put your authentic self forward. And authentic meaning that, hey, this is really how I feel, this is really how I believe, and love the best you can. Love like somebody is, that you know somebody is just so in love with you, and there's nothing to fear. If we all loved like that, we will get judged and we will get made fun of and we will get rejected, meaning that people won't treat us the way we think we should be treated if we're loving other people. But what'll happen if we're willing to let that go as well, how other people should treat us, is we have this intrinsic value of love, which is wonderful. It's just so beautiful to love, to freely give your kind words, to freely give kind thoughts, to freely feel your heart open and just want the best for people, to freely do kind actions, to freely offer what you have to offer to people that may never even appreciate it. And maybe they will, and I think most likely people will. But even if they didn't, it's really nice to be that way. So today, offer yourself fully, even if you stink, and the world becomes a way better place.